Live report. A bill titled the Respect for Marriage Act has passed in Congress, protecting same-sex and interracial marriages. Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell joins us live in studio after getting answers on what the bill means for couples. Kristen.
Chris, now that this legislation has been passed at the federal level, I spoke with a local political science professor who shared what this means for same-sex and interracial unions in the future.
I couldn't be happier about it. I think everybody, deserves equal rights. It's a great thing.
On Thursday, the House of Representatives gave final approval to legislation protecting same-sex and interracial marriages in all states after a decades-long battle for nationwide recognition.
Everybody should love who they love, and why discriminate against it?
Western Mass News is getting answers about this new legislation titled the Respect for Marriage Act from a political science professor at American International College.
The benefits that will give same-sex marriage partners equal benefits under insurance, under all types of health benefits. It's a very smart move by the Congress to do this, especially at this time where we are now politically.
The bipartisan legislation would protect same-sex and interracial unions by requiring states to recognize legal marriages, regardless of sex, race, ethnicity, or national origin. The push for a vote on federal legislation protecting same-sex marriage gained more attention after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade earlier this year. This new legislation is something Professor Boiseau says the Supreme Court will be looking into in the new year.
Now, they did a surprise and changed Roe v. Wade, and it came to a little bit of a surprise for many people. Same-sex marriage, I don't think it's really going to change that much, because the fact of it is you have approximately 25 to 28 or so states have already approved same-sex marriage, and now the federal government has basically stepped in and given their formal approval.
Same-sex marriage was legalized by the Supreme Court more than 7 years ago. Many Massachusetts politicians praised the legislation, including Senator Ed Markey, who said in a statement in part, quote, "I will continue to work to pass legislation codifying our most fundamental rights into federal law, to prevent the far-right Supreme Court majority from undoing generations of progress." And Governor-elect Maura Healey also in support of the bill, saying in a tweet in part, quote, "Your marriage should be recognized and respected across the country, no matter who you love." Now, President Joe Biden has called this legislation a, quote, critical step to ensure that Americans have the right to marry the person they love. And he has also mentioned he will be signing this bill in